Hello, I'm John Rogers. I'm the president of the Ukrainian Relief Fund. We've been going to the front lines since March. We've been delivering supplies and connecting other volunteer groups with opportunities to give supplies to places all over the front lines. And by the front lines, I mean literally within 100 meters of the front lines. We've been going to places that are extremely close to the actual conflict lines. We've been taking all sorts of personal and financial risks. There's a lot of questions that people in the States and other countries have had. Who to give to? What are they doing with the donations? Who to send those to? We've spent a ton of time and a ton of money on figuring out solutions to all of these problems. We know who to send stuff to. We know what to send to these areas and people. We also know what not to send, what doesn't work, and who can be trusted, who's the most efficient, and a lot of the good and the bad. Believe me when I say most of the problems can be solved with cash donations applied efficiently and effectively with the volunteer organizations that are doing the most work. There's a lot of people who are extremely busy, but they don't have enough time or knowledge or resources to edit together flashy videos and get the attention. Ultimately, everybody in Ukraine who's volunteering their time, money, and potentially their life, we're all in it for a very similar reason. People are competing for exposure. So all the volunteer groups, they're not under one large blanket like the Red Cross or whatever, and they're trying to do as good a job as possible, but also take the selfies and do all the pictures and create a shiny website and get as many likes, because those likes and those views can be shown to people and then they can get access to donated goods. So if there's a large warehouse full of donated goods and you're just like a guy and saying, hey, I'm spending my money, can I distribute those goods? They're very wary of giving those to an individual or even a group of people because they don't have enough likes or exposure. So it's this weird environment where these likes and views are actually picking one group in front of the other, and it's this strange ecosystem of competing for exposure in the media. But there's certain people who are doing a lot more than other people. What we're currently asking for is more financial support, because we need to get communities do-it-yourself heater type kits. There's a few different ideas that we have, and one of them is a really simple heating kit involving a flower pot, a piece of metal, and some vegetable oil. So it's going to be very, very cost effective. A lot of these solutions are very targeted. One of the things is emergency heating unit type kits, because all of these buildings and areas, they're not going to have heat, and the winters are very cold. There's going to be a lot of deaths due to exposure this winter, and we're going to try to prevent as many of those as possible. Another thing is the front lines are moving, and then once those are moved, then there's newly liberated towns, and those towns need us. We are the people who go in and provide immediate medical treatment, immediate emergency supplies of food and water and medicine. We were the first team into Izium after it was liberated. The police did not allow anybody into that town that was providing aid. There was some media, some press that was allowed in, but then we were allowed in because of our connections. We had just a small van filled with food and supplies and medicine, and we were able to quickly get that in. Another thing we're trying to get is a lot of gas stoves and warm weather clothing, food and medicine. To have an entire team of people in a different country to live, all of these things cost money. So we as volunteers have a minimum budget of eating, sleeping, and fuel for our vehicles. So we continuously have expenses that are draining our savings accounts. So we're constantly having to source some kind of funding, find a new church, anybody to give us money. We're trying to look for a more long-term solution. It would be amazing to have a $1 a month type of donations from a lot of different people and spread that kind of thing out. I know that is a possible thing we're looking at in the future, or I mean, it could happen at any time if somebody wants to start giving $1 a month or €1 or whatever you want. If it's not too much to ask, please support us. We truly appreciate anything you're able to do. And like I said, the most efficient way to get this stuff done now is to just donate money, and we'll be able to source everything in the country. Everything's available, and everything that's west of the Dnipro River, there are stores that are stocking their inventory, and we can get it in the country. So all of these things that we're looking to get, we can just buy there. We can do whatever you need as far as accountability goes. We can do videos, we can send receipts. I truly appreciate anything you're able to do, and thank you again. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your support. Together we'll lessen the suffering of all of these people that are in extreme immediate need of help. Every single moment, every single day, we could be doing more, and all I want to do is do more for these people. Thank you.